Hey guys, it's Kryptonite Council podcast with Pig of the Hut. 16-bit and Rio makes his return back as he stole some old lady's laptop on the street. No, I was kidding. He's now back with the computer because his laptop and computer was all broken, but he's actually using one. He's back with us. So 16-bit's here, and it's really cool that he's here because he was one of the few people, are actually the only person in this call that went to VXG. So 16-bit, enlighten us about VXG.
Well, it was really cool. Cool atmosphere. The island was awesome. They had great food, and I believe you can judge a location based on its pizza, and they had excellent pizza. The cool thing about that tournament was getting to play people from a different country that I've never seen before. Like, I thought Ella and Mitsurugi from the Dominican Republic were pretty good. Mitsurugi, people saw in the top 8, where he had that good match against Junior, and in pools, he had that good match against Curbo. Like, it was interesting because after 2 years, you know who everybody plays, and you know everything there is to see, basically. And these guys were, like, playing characters that you don't normally see. Like, Mitsurugi used Raiden. A bunch of them used Sector. They all played, like, Reptile, who America's abandoned for some reason.
Yeah.
And they didn't use Cabal and Kenshi and the usual character, Kung Lao, that we all used to playing. It was pretty cool to play new people. And they were like super cool. Like, to them, they follow the streams and they know who we all are, but they've never got a chance to play us. So they wanted autographs and they wanted to all ask questions about one of the guys was like, "I love Katana just like you. Do you have any advice for beating Kenshi?" And I was like, "No, not really. Luke, get bodied." It was pretty cool. Like, definitely one of the cooler experiences to play an all new group of people. It was
That's tight.
neat. And what about Chris G beating Carl? What the fuck?
Man,
Was it because Carl was using his month-old Cabal?
No, he used Kung Lao to start. Chris G's Reptile beat Carl's Lao.
how come a
How?
player?
Reptile has such poor anti-air damage.
How come a player? All right. Think about this. How come a player who hasn't practiced since June 2011 and beat a two-time world champion who apparently did train all the time with Teach TB's Reptile? It's not like he didn't have experience with the matchup.
I don't know, but I was talking to Chris a little bit, and he was like, I don't understand. Reptile does well against Cabal and Kenshi. He's really easy to play. Why are not more people using him? And I'm like, Chris, I have no idea.
What was the natives like in Injustice? Like, what was the mains like? What were they like? Were they kind of like us, or did kind of the same thing? They used different characters than us, a lot more diversity.
I played in tournament. I played a Flash player, a Grundy player, and then once it got down to the top 8, it was basically what we're all used to: Black Adam, Superman. Probably their best player that I saw was Warchild. He used Black Adam. You saw that match with Carl where it came down to the last hit, and then
Yeah,
the top
crazy.
8 when he fought KDZ, and he was like, basically he kept doing that interactable at the portal. Oh, what over and over and over and over again.
Yeah,
What was that all about?
that was nuts. Yeah, it was weird.
It was like someone had a gun to his head and was like, if you don't do this 8 times in this match, I'm gonna kill you. What's crazy is he still won. Like, it was 2-1. He won that game.
Yeah. Have you thought about your match versus Dizzy? Like, what do you think about that matchup in MK with Katana versus Cage? Because like some people in the stream chat, I'm not going to name any names, might have said that they could play the matchup better. What do you think about that?
Why? Just tell me who said that.
I can't remember. I think Chaotic said it, but I think he said 16-bit is making this matchup look harder than it is, or something like that. It was. I think it was Chaotic. Chaotic will blow me up if I'm wrong, because I love that guy. He likes me. We're really good friends. So Chaotic, if you're listening to this, dude, I'm not blowing you up. I'm just saying, like, one of the Katana players.
Wait, was that dude Crazy Katana that just goes off randomly in threads?
Who is that guy?
Like, he'll just pop up out of nowhere and just go off on someone for whatever reason.
I don't know.
I
That guy's
don't know.
really,
Isn't he
really
someone
good.
from like ATL?
Crazy Katana? God, I hope not. No. No, but did you see that guy from ATL that made that fighting game community blow up thread and video, and he was like blowing up the whole fighting game community? That's the Bane player from Atlanta, Black Prion. Did you guys see that video? That 7 minute.
What happened? No.
He was riding his car on the way to get some Chinese food. He was like blowing up the whole FGC.
About what?
You just really have to go see the video. Basically, what he was saying was the Capcom players mistreat MK players. People mistreat Capcom players. We're not united. We all. I'm not doing it justice describing it. You should just listen to it because he's extremely to the point, very pissed off about the whole thing. He seems very angry about the whole thing. I don't know. You should really just go look up the video. The video is made by either Metzos or Marcus. I forget which M it was. Metzos or Marcus, one of those guys. And it says FGC community or FGC on blast or something like that. It's a 7 minute video from the Bane player from Atlanta, who I haven't talked to him yet about that video. It's crazy. But I was on the way to work listening to the video going, Jesus Christ, this guy's mad. Like he just comes off really mad. I don't know. You have to listen to it.
Well, regardless, about Cage versus Katana, I mean, I'm not going to say my tournament set was the highest level of play possible. You know, I'm sorry that I had been through a couple difficult matches. I'm playing my training partner who knows everything I want to do when I want to do it. You know, I make mistakes. I'm a human. You're more than welcome to take your katana and try to beat Dizzy. You know.
It might not have been him. It was somebody. It might not have been Chaotic. And again, we all like Chaotic, so I hope Chaotic doesn't get mad at me for saying that. It was one of the katanas in the stream chat. And I remember saying, like, what? I'd love to see you play him or something like that.
Yeah, you know, you try. At the end of the day, I was playing Dizzy in the grand finals. We made a lot of money. So whoever's criticizing that, they can hold that. Like, I'm sorry I only made 2,000 instead of 3,000 or whatever. Like, whatever. It's fucking hard to beat them.
Maybe it was Trey.
Well,
I don't know. It was one of the katanas. I can't remember who it was. I just remember going, what? What the hell? I was on my iPhone, so it's hard to tell. But talk about Curbo and what people said that he was going to do there in MK. And talked about the kind of weekend he had. What were casuals like playing with him? What was his tournament matches like? You know, it was basically Curbo's return. Like,
Yeah.
When's the last time we've seen Curbo?
Yeah, I thought Curbo was going to take it all even.
Everyone did.
Well,
probably shaking his head.
He's the most polished, as I would say, he's the most polished Cabal player that I've played recently.
I disagree. I played him all weekend, and I thought he's a great player, a really good Cabal, but he's so emotional when playing him. It's even in casuals. If he makes any kind of mistake, he freaks out, starts making a shitload of excuses, plays worse for it. Like, I knew when he fought Dizzy, when it was him versus Dizzy, I knew if he starts messing up, if you can make him lose it, you know, I was like, Aaron, you'll win. And that's exactly what happened. He started messing up Gas Blast, you know, messing up EX Dash on anti-cross-up and shit like that, and just got bodied. Like, he's his own worst enemy. I think he's like Carl in that regard, but even worse. He was really good, and it was fun playing him, but I did very well against him in casuals. I did very well against his Johnny Cage, to be clear. So, hold that shit.
Who is the most emotional player that you've ever fought against in tournament that you felt that you beat him basically because they lost it emotionally?
Maybe. God, that's a good question.
What about you, Rio?
It might be Carl.
Like,
I
Rio,
feel like
Me being emotional?
No. The question is, it has to be somebody that you feel is a really good player, so they had some kind of a chance to beat you. But what player would you name, Rio, that was
Boon
lost
Cowboy.
that lost to you from being the most emotional?
Boon Cowboy.
Oh, that's my answer
When I was
too.
playing him, and I was just because I told him we were up there, I was like, can't wait for that run back, and I forgot what he said exactly, but I was like, wait a minute, does he feel like he's a little afraid to lose to me since he popped off on me? And I was like, well, now's my chance. I'm gonna go ham next time I play him. And then when we played, I just started doing everything. I started spamming sweeps, jumping around, just not giving a hell, and everything from there just crumbled on fourth. So I would say the most emotional player I played recently is that guy.
That's a good answer. I remember when I played him at UFGT, going into that, he stayed with us, so I talked to him a lot. He drove into the venue with me and stuff like that. He was telling me how worried he was about Katana and how he hates Jump Kick Fan and shit like that. So right off the bat, I went all in, and I could just tell he freaked out. Like, he was just, when I won round one decisively, he gave up. He's so good, and in casuals does fine against me, but when I got into his head there, he was literally just frozen. Like, he's a good example.
Yeah, he's really good though. Like his
Yeah,
Shang
he's
is
great.
ridiculous right now. But you're right, dude. He does like once you start getting into his head, he does get really emotional.
I feel like I've lost some matches being emotional.
I mean, I'm definitely guilty of that. I know at Evo, when Forever King, when I was playing as Kenshi's so stressful, so mentally draining that
Sorry.
I get about one game. When he beat me game one, it was close. Game two, I was out of it. You can look at the last round, and I just did a random X. Like, I just wanted to be like, all right, I can't do this. I think, in my opinion, that's one of the most fascinating things about tournament play. And that's why when you guys were saying Curbo's going to win free, I was thinking, I don't know about that. Because I don't care how good you are online in the comfort of your own home, sitting there and
Very
playing
true.
someone like Dizzy is on another level mentally.
Very
Wait, who
true.
said that the Kirby was gonna win for free?
Oh, Pig, Detroit, everyone on the forums.
I said I thought he had the best chance because his Cabal when I played him was the most polished and the most execution-wise healthy Cabal that I've seen.
That's why I said.
Like
Well-
I played him online like a few weeks before Evo, and he literally did not drop not one thing, and I was like, wow, this dude is really taking Cabal to the next level. To be playing like him online.
I think what he was getting so pissed at bit was when he was playing you, he knew that mentally he wasn't tournament ready. Like, he could do it at the comfort of his own home, but in a tournament setting or in a pressure situation in person, it's just not the same. We all know it's not the same. It's harder.
Yeah, and that's everything. That's
Yeah,
why
I
that's a
know.
big reason for my success. Like, I'm not the most polished katana in the world by any means, but
Great tournament player.
yeah.
Yep, it's very true. And that goes for all types of sports. I mean, whether if you want to call video games or competitive game at sport. I mean, some people are really good in batting practice, you know, but then you get them in a real game life situation when the man's on third and you got one, you know, you're the final hope for the team, and you're not so good anymore. You're actually, you know, a choke artist. So people are who you are. But back to VXG. I don't want to harp on the problems that the tournament had. But I'd much rather focus on what do you think that Rolando, St. Martin government, and VXG, the tourist board, all those people, what can they do better to ensure 2014 VXG is a success?
I would like to see them focus on the tournament, like, seriously. I thought that Friday MK had a lot of problems with the bracket that they need to fix. Like, the cool thing about Rolando is he's super upfront. He's super real. Like, after Friday's debacle, he came forward and he was like, you know what, we fucked up. This is not acceptable, and I want to know what we need to do to make Saturday better. And throughout the day Saturday, he would ask everybody, you know, is everything better? Like, I hope we're doing better on the brackets and shit like that. And he did. Saturday and Sunday were a lot better, and I have very few complaints about Saturday and Sunday. So I think if they focus on that, getting more help, bringing in more people, better training, you know, people that understand how brackets work, more of those guys, I think it'll be fine. And the second is they got to fix the date. 2 weeks after Evo was brutal. Like, who can afford that? The only reason I went is because Tommy was going and because I knew the pot. You know, I knew I had a good chance to make a lot of money. So I felt like it was a good gamble in my favor. Like, the plane ticket I felt could pay for itself unless I had a really bad day. But for the average guy that, you know, is not in top 8 all the time, I can totally understand how you couldn't afford to do that. So I get why they have the date in the summer. He was explaining to us how it's like, this is the time of year where tourism's really down and they lay a lot of people off and stuff like that. So they want to have an event for people to come to keep jobs safe for this time of year. So I get it, but 2 weeks is just too much. So
The only thing I want to say about VXG that had me a little suspicious was whatever happened to that 200 pre-registered for Injustice or whatever. Like, where did all those
Yeah, what was that about?
I don't know, because in reality, Injustice had less people than Mortal Kombat.
That's weird. I mean, how much people did they get?
Like, only in the mid-30s. Like, MK had like 35, and Injustice had 33 or something.
Really? That's like a local.
Yeah, basically.
Dude, we have 50 people at the second Injustice Battle and Brew tournament in Atlanta. We have 50 people. This is weird to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what happened to all those 200 pre-registered people? I mean, was it just things being said to get hype for it, or was it actually true?
I have no idea. I couldn't speak on that. All I know is, despite the low turnout, they are dedicated to the payouts, which they gave us 33% up front, and we all signed a contract saying that the St. Martin government is going to guarantee our money. So that's cool. I mean, it's crazy that they put up 8K for MK, but I fucking appreciate it.
That's crazy. I don't know what to say about that. That's awesome. Hey, you're echoing a little bit.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. Talk a little bit about Rolando, how much of an awesome person he is.
He is like, I would never blow up a TO for making mistakes as long as they're like honest about it, and he was like the passion was super super genuine. Like he really wanted us to have a good time. You could definitely tell. He was really apologetic when something would go wrong. Like I have nothing but good things to say about him, and I was skeptical. You recall, like last year, I was one of the people saying, I don't know about this guy, and I don't know about this tournament. But after meeting him, like he really took care of us. Tommy and I were the last people there. We were booked till Wednesday, and everyone else left on Monday. He met up with us. He showed us a place like outside the little area, like downtown, where we got some really good food. Like it was cool. He was super super cool.
Every person I've talked to that went to VXG said the same thing about Rolando. They said that he is nothing but like a top class person. He was probably the best part about VXG. They loved meeting him, and they said that he means well. And honestly, a lot of people that I talked to just felt that it was who Rolando felt that he should do business with to promote his event was where he went wrong. And that's where a lot of people who asked me not to name them by names who told me that. But and I'm not going to name any names, but you guys can think about it. I don't know. I feel sorry for Rolando because it just seems like he's legit, man. He's very passionate about this and his country, and having an $88,000 pot tournament for video game players, and then it doesn't work out the way it does, and I just hate it. I personally want to do everything that I can do to promote and attend and go to his event next year. I mean, everything I heard about the guy is just like he's just like the Jesus of fighting games or something.
And the island's really really cool too. Like the airport is like right on the beach. It's literally just a few feet away, and everyone gets on the beach, and you go up to this fence, and as the plane takes off, you can feel like the jet is like blowing you back. Look it up on YouTube. It's famous for this. It's awesome.
All right.
Like you can literally get your body is literally going to be like moved from the power, and you can feel the heat. It's super super tight.
Did anybody get sunburned?
Not that I know of. I mean, let's be serious here. Tommy and I are nerds, so we mostly were in our room half the time.
Yeah.
So we were fine. My only regret about the tournament is since there were so few Americans, there wasn't the usual hotel shenanigans. Like, you weren't there, Rio wasn't there, guys like Big D, like the usual clowns that I like to hang out with weren't around. It was basically just me, Tommy, and Curbo.
Yeah.
So we basically didn't have anyone to play. And I mean, Junior was there, but let's be serious here. He's hanging out with Dominion and Yipes. Like, he's too Hollywood. Carl's way too Hollywood to hang out with us.
Was Carl more Hollywood at VXG than he was at the average American tournament?
Yeah, Carl was out partying and hanging out with some Asian chick all the time. Like, I don't know what was going on with Carl, but he's way too Hollywood. Junior's way too Hollywood. That just left us, and like Felice came out and hung out. DJ El Toro hung out, but that's basically it.
Talk about the DJ El Toro top 8 shenanigans.
Rio, your mic is messed up again.
Man, I don't know why it's doing this. I have to get a new mic. Try now.
Okay, so you're still doing it.
What about now?
Yeah. Oh well, let's just go. So basically, DJ El Toro, he gets a bye, then he gets one win in winners, then he gets sent to losers by Curbo. Then he wins one game in losers, and he starts popping off about how he made top 8. And I'm like, dude, you're not even close to top 8. And he's like, no, someone told me I'm top 8. And I'm like, you need to go check the bracket because you're not even close. So then he
Someone
did.
told him.
Yeah, he says someone told him that he was in
Like
top.
a random Islanders went up to him, you top 8, and then that
I
was
don't,
it.
I don't know, apparently. So then he said that he's saying he played like 8 games in losers or something and mathematically should be in top 8, but I don't know about all that. I only saw him play a couple other games. Then he fought CD Jr. and lost, and so he got 9th, but he's salty about it because he's saying that if Junior and Curbo didn't use Cabal, he would have won and made top 8, but unfortunately, I've never been to a tournament where you can say, "Excuse me, referee, I didn't actually lose. They used Cabal. It's not fair." Nor have I ever been to a tournament where you can say, "Excuse me, referee, I was told I only needed to win one more game." Like, you got to go by the
Told.
bracket. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Also, I also play Katana, and I beat Cabals all the time. I know it's hard, but sorry. If you're in an MK tournament in 2013, you're going to fight Cabal. Deal with it.
True. What are the hype matches? Were there any hype matches that none of us knew about that were off stream?
Carla versus Mono, the Noob Saibot player, was pretty cool. Like, it was 2-0, but Mono won rounds with Noob.
That's weird.
Um,
What about the guy?
That's-
What about the guy that has signed up under 3 different names?
from what I understand, that was a deal where he literally wasn't signed up 3 times. It was like he had his name and it was really long, and they were putting him like, let's take GGA 16-bit. I'm GGA 16-bit. And I get sent to losers, and they just put me down in losers as 16-bit, and then they put me in another part of the losers as GGA.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what? What? So you would
So-
have you're in pool 1 as GGA, and then pool 2 as 16, and then pool 3 as bit.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Why would they? I don't understand. Like, why would you take a piece of name and then be like, yeah, you know, 2
Wish I
different
could
people?
do it.
I don't know, but whoever was like putting names in losers did not know what they were doing, and it was basically a catastrophe until day 2. Part
Okay,
of
this is a little off topic, but what was with? Okay, I heard because I was randomly looking at some Twitters on my phone, and apparently, like, it was. I think it was one of the higher up Capcom guys, like Christy, Balrog, or whoever. I heard that a random Islander woman, like, she was kind of like an old lady, but not that old. Like, she was in her late 40s or early 50s. She went up to one of these guys and was like, "You will be punished," randomly, and then they tweeted about it. What was that about?
I have no idea.
That's awesome.
Wouldn't you be scared? You're just roaming around the island, swimming, having fun,
Hell yes,
having
I'd
a
be
coconut
scared.
drink or whatever,
Yes.
and then this islander comes up and looks at you and goes like, "You will be punished."
Absolutely.
Wouldn't you be like, "I need to get off this island now before I end up somewhere dead"?
It would freak me out too.
Yeah, all those Australian horror films I've seen growing up would come back to haunt me, and I'd want to get off the fucking island then.
Yeah, that's always the first sign in a movie too.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
nothing
So-
happened.
Not that I know of. I don't think PR Balrog was like killed by a gypsy woman or anything.
like Benner.
So what did you guys think about PR Balrog once again placing top 8?
I think he solidified the fact that he's the most consistent Killer Frost out there.
Well, there's no question about that.
I guess there's only one human that knows how to play Killer Frost in tournament.
I guess so.
I just have to say that.
He did get bodied by Black Adam again, and he was popping off about how he was quitting the game and shit. He got really salty.
Wait, popping off?
Yeah, he was like, "Fuck this! Like, I'm dropping this game unless they ban interactables."
He plays Frost.
Wow.
What an asshole.
Yeah, Killer Frost is retarded.
I mean, yeah, but
Imagine
Black.
you didn't have interactables to fight Killer Frost with. That would suck.
All right, I don't like him.
Nah, he's cool.
I know he is. He's actually a really cool guy.
Also, I want to say that there was this controversy about Waffles being the #1 seed and how like GGA rigged it so that Waffles was the #1 seed. That was a misunderstanding. It's not true. That was not correct info and challenge, and everyone now agrees. Like everyone that was complaining about it, like it's all good. It's been settled. Waffles was not the goddamn #1 seed.
Okay, that helps a lot. I know a lot of people like Swift Tom Hanks and Crimson Shadow were asking about that.
Well, Crimson Shadow was told about it, and he was just reporting what he was told. Like he was like, what the hell's going on here? I've talked to him. Like he now like he's talked to KDZ and everyone else. It's all cleared up. I don't think there's any drama about that anymore, and there wasn't at the time either. Like I didn't even know about it till you Pig. You texted me about it. Like I left the venue and everything was fine, and then you were like, "What's this shit?"
I was
I'm
giving
like, "What do you mean?"
I was giving you screen caps.
Yeah, but by the next day, everything was fine.
That's interesting. Can you talk a little bit about Tommy Waffles and how he used to be free as fuck, and now he's like possibly the second best Green Lantern in the world?
Yeah, Tommy started off really late. He was in college when the game came out, so he was way behind. But by CEO, the game just clicked. You know, sometimes it happens. Like you just get it. He thought Green Lantern was bad. He's like, I don't know. He's a shitter. He's a shitter. I don't even know what that means.
Shitter.
Yeah. He's garbage. I've been sold a bill of goods. This is a bill of goods. And we were like, dude, you're an idiot. He's top. And then as CEO, when I would say it was when he was fighting Tom, it just clicked. He got it. And
Yeah.
he's been good ever since. Like he usually beats my Catwoman. He does fine against everybody. He's one of our best players, and that means that you, Pig, sir, you have to hold that because you and your buddy M2 David were popping off about how he needs resets to be good, and he'd never be good without smoke.
Whoa,
Hey, whoa, no.
I love
You did.
Waffles.
But you did pop off about him, and you have to hold that.
Wait, what did I pop off of? When did I pop off at Waffles?
On this very show, sir, you and Dave, your cohort, Dave.
Whoa, another bill of goods. Dave is not my cohort. Dave says that Zod is low tier.
Dave is
Yeah,
your
that
cohort.
is bad.
Can we not bring Dave into this?
I
Yeah,
demand,
let's-
on behalf of young Thomas, that you
I text
apologize.
really good message.
Well, you need to say it in public. You need to hold that in public. And
I
Rio,
can't-
you apologize too.
Wait, what did I say about
I don't know,
Waffles?
but both of you speak
What are
on
you
behalf of
talking
Dave.
about? I always liked Waffles.
You speak on behalf of Dave.
Why would I speak on behalf of Dave?
Well, Dave's not here. Someone needs to apologize for him. I demand it.
I'm not gonna apologize for him. He's a grown man.
Well, he looks like a giant baby.
Dude, does kinda.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
Does have that baby look.
Wait. I'm going to read you this text message I sent to Waffles if it isn't too... Hold on.
Oh, by the way, that moment at CEO was one of my favorite moments when Waffle was going through like his evolving stage. It was like watching a Pokemon evolve.
It's true.
And when he was fighting Tom, that was so funny and hilarious.
When I'll just say while Pig's doing this. When I lost to Tommy, like in the tournament with my Catwoman versus Lantern, I maybe was the saltiest I've ever been in my life. It's weird because I knew going in playing Catwoman, I knew I wasn't ready. I even said on the show that I know I wasn't going to magically do well with her. Like it was a learning process. And yet when I lost, I was so mad. I was sweating and my hair was soaking wet from me yelling at him.
Dude, was it
was
because
really
in your mind when he lost, all you could hear was Waffles be like, playing a shitter?
Would
Would that like echo in your head?
I think the frustration of my injustice failures just absolutely got to me.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to stay with Catwoman, or what are you going to
Yeah.
do?
You asked me if I had any regrets. Absolutely not. Playing Catwoman since Evo has been really fun. I'm in training mode with her right now. She's awesome. I love playing her. I think I'll probably use Killer Frost for a couple of matchups. Green Lantern, Aquaman, maybe Doomsday. But other than that, even though I got bodied, I was getting bodied with Killer Frost. Like, I'm so bad at Injustice, I can't win with Killer Frost. So I figure if I'm going to get ninth, if I'm going to be a gatekeeper, I might as well be a gatekeeper with Selena.
Yeah.
So, Fall Classic, I'm going to go Catwoman with Killer Frost as a backup, I think. And
Okay, but why have Killer Frost as a backup then? If you just said you're not that good with her, I would just grind the bad matchups with Catwoman.
I am. I'm going to keep trying. Like, I want to keep grinding Green Lantern with Tommy, but if it's still too difficult, and I mean, I've already not with Katana. People would always say, "Why don't you have an alt?" And it's like, well, I've gone this far. Why have multiple characters now? But with Injustice, I've already not been the ultimate character loyalist. I've already used Killer Frost. So now that
You're
I
just
have,
gonna stick to not being a character loyalist?
I might as well. Like, it's not like I've already ruined that streak.
But why not just redeem yourself and become one of the best Catwomans? Pure Catwoman players, not, oh yeah, I play Catwoman in these few matchups.
Don't become like Crazy Bone.
we'll see. Like if it gets to the point where I feel that I could beat DJT or Tommy in tournament, or if
Yeah.
I feel that I could beat Tom's Aquaman, then I would use her. But right now, I feel that I just don't like I don't want another Ken sheet where I just simply when I sit down to play Pig, there's just no chance. If I have the Killer Frost, I might as well use her. We'll see how it goes. I'm having a lot of fun playing her, and a lot of people at GGA. It's no secret that GGA likes MK more, but a lot of us, like PPJ, has been maining Hawkgirl a lot, and he's using Lex a lot now instead of just rarely, and he's having a lot more fun. He's more motivated. Han is trying out a few other characters. Like, I think Slips is gonna, not just use Deathstroke, try Scorpion again and shit. So, I think that's a big deal. Like, in my opinion, it's completely like revitalized my desire to play the game. Even though I don't think I'm gonna get like top 3 at Fall Classic, playing Catwoman is awesome. I think everyone should. If you're not having fun with the game, switch characters and try someone else.
That's good advice.
I mean, Rio, people have been saying you're dropping the game, but here you are with Martian Manhunter. Like, are you having the same thought?
Okay, here's what happened. Well, first of all, I never really said on public I was dropping the game. I was not gonna play and just not play because that's not like me to make a threat and be like, hey guys, look at me, I'm dropping the game. Follow my lead. Like that's just not what I do.
Right.
But there was a time when I really liked the game with Scorpion. Not because he was broken, I just really like Scorpion and I really like how he clicked. But now, with Martian Manhunter, which by the way, I got him for free thanks to one of my friends. Otherwise, I would have never been trying him out and probably been here right now. So, and that was actually M2 Dave who got me a free PSN card and told me to try him, so props to him.
Aww.
Yeah. And, dude, I haven't liked the character in this long. I like this character more than Scorpion. And to me, it's like, it's going to feel weird saying this, but Martian Manhunter to me is like my Cabal. Like, I'm not saying he's as good as Cabal, but I'm saying he brings to the table what Cabal brought to me as far as I can play the character how I want. He's very different than other characters. I feel like there's so much things to explore on and add to. And his moves are all, you get to control everything with him. There's not just you do this and it'll do this move. You get to control every little aspect about him. And I love the character. And I think this is the best DLC character that NRS has released so far. Not character tier-wise, but as far as design and just the ability to play the character and just be creative with him. I really love this character a lot. And I really like the game now. And I want to take him serious and I want to play with people. So anyone who wants to add me or whatever, feel free to send me a request because I want to learn matchups with this character. I want to get into him, and yeah, I like the game now.
Can you talk?
That's cool.
Can you talk a little bit about the character a little bit? Like, what are some of his pros and cons that you're finding out early on? I know it's early, but so what are some things that you're finding out with him? And probably, what are some good matchups, bad matchups for him? Like, are you figuring out any little things like that?
Well, I mean, it's really hard to say right now because even I spent the last 3 days with him, I don't even know what I'm doing with him yet. Like I have
agree.
small, like I have little patches of dirt I'm building off of, but
yeah.
Overall, I don't have a single clue what I'm doing in any matchup. I'm just playing him. He's really fun. Right now, characters I'm struggling against are characters like Doomsday. They could just get in and do whatever they want, and I feel like I don't know what to do yet. But I'm not saying that may become a bad matchup. Like who knows? Maybe he'll end up being a hard match for Doomsday. Yeah. Right now, I'm struggling against characters that can just get in and overwhelm me. Right now, and I mean, I haven't really got to exploring a lot of other aspects on him, like that meter burn air dash. I feel could become really nifty in avoiding interactables or doing setups.
Yeah.
He's got normals that lead into trait, like his standing 3 has this weird property. Like if you're on Metropolis and you're on the right side with a car,
I saw that. That's awesome.
You can do his standing 3 and grab some interactables above you. And I mean, this character has so much stuff to him. I mean, I don't know. I mean, in a week from now, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with him, where I'll end up, but yeah. I really want to try and really get deep with this character.
That's really cool because that basically describes exactly how I am with Zod. Like, when I play with Zod, I kind of feel connected to the character already. And the first 5 days, maybe the first week of play, I had no idea what I was doing with him in matches. I was just I don't know. I wasn't really playing matchups. I was just kind of playing the game. I was just trying to like figure out, what to do, what not to do with this character, what works with him. And after I put in a lot of hours this past like week and a half with him. And I went to the local and I won the local with him. And it just, I don't know. He just feels good. He just feels right for me. Like I don't want to play Sinestro. I don't want to play Green Lantern. I want to play, those are the other two characters I play. Fuck Aquaman. I don't want to play Aquaman. I don't want to play that guy. I had no fun playing Aquaman. Like I tried playing Aquaman for 3 to 4 days. And I was like, this is so boring. Like I don't want to do this. And
Yeah, I felt the same way with Batman. Like, I felt like, man, this game just isn't. I mean, Batman just. I don't like this character. I'm tired of playing him. And isn't it just an amazing feeling when you find your character? And I feel like all three of us are finding our character. Like 16-bit with Catwoman, you with Zod, me with Martian Manhunter.
yeah, it feels really good.
Yeah, it's the most amazing feeling ever. And I missed this because I had this with MK9, and now I feel like
Me too.
I finally
Yeah,
have
me too.
justice, and now I actually want to get into the game and start
Yeah,
playing.
and in my case, what's fucked up is I knew it all along. Like, when I was playing Killer Frost, I knew it. I knew my heart it was the wrong move, but she was so good, and I was doing well with her. And now it's like, yeah, this is tight. Catwoman.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully people can listen to this and like take a lot from it and say, well, maybe I'm not having as much fun as I was because look at Rio, look at Pig, look at 16-bit. 3 top players that have proven tournament resumes, and they have been admitting for a long time they haven't been enjoying this game very much, but now they're starting to find their niche and their characters, and it's like they wake up every day and they're like, I want to learn this character more. Like, I want to grow this character more. I want to become this character type thing. Kind of like you with Cabal, me with Kenshi, you with Katana, and hopefully that'll help people play. But let me tell you one of the things that made me really like Zod. I finally found a power character that I like to play that can throw the door on the left side of the stage on Asylum.
Oh, dude, I feel the same way with Martian Manhunter. It feels so good playing a power character. Oh my god.
It feels so good to throw that door. Like, Sinestro couldn't throw it. Pissed me off.
I'm just happy that I can use bombs. Killer Frost was an agility character and had that dive kick. I love the bombs.
I love I like everything about Zod's trait. I like how I'm making it like my own, and I've been trying to encourage Zod players to make your trait like your pet. Make him your own. Like, get personal with it. Like, mine is the ghost of KT Smith. And it's kind of cool because like now at all locals I go to in a training sessions, everyone's like calling KT Smith's name. Like when he comes in, it's like, oh shit, KT's going in, KT with the grab. It's kind of cool.
Dude, that's so funny.
It's awesome. Like, KT is really hype in Atlanta scene, like at all locals. Everyone knows KT Smith's name because of Zod, the DLC character. And a lot of Capcom players are like, who the fuck is KT Smith? And I just keep talking about him like every week. I'm like, man, me and KT, we're growing even closer and closer. Like, I always make jokes about it. But, just real quick, some things that I'm finding with Zod is, I'll just say it right now. And I've been telling people this privately for about a week now. I think he is not only top 10, but I think when the dust settles in a year, 6 months, what have you, I think we're going to be talking about Zod in that top 5, top 6 discussion. And I'm not joking. I'm not upplaying. I'm serious. I think he's got everything that someone with fast reactions could want. Zoner setup, kind of like a strategist type of zoner, but he can also rush down with his trait. I think he's nasty. I think he's getting nastier by the day, especially with the tech that me, Wonder Chef, and Breaking Words found that we posted. I don't know. I just love this character. Like, I'm sitting here playing him, talking about him, and I don't know. I love this guy.
Dude, I see it too. I mean, I think in the future, Zod, some people are going to start seeing him as top 5 material. I mean, the fact that he can do something, well, at least my favorite thing to do with Zod was take out trait, mash the 4 button, and throw something at your opponent. That is the best feeling in the game.
Oh, it is free. And well, the great thing is, if you're next to like 2 TVs, you got enough time to throw one, keep trading to the next.
Yeah, and the best part is just looking over at your opponent's face and just like, wow, I can't do anything.
Because you want them to jump because you get a free command grab, and then you'll just throw the shit anyway, so it doesn't matter. Or no, you can go for a combo at that point. But he's got his laser cancels, and another thing is, he also has a way to blow up people who want to use interactables because he can just do his 1 frame interactable Zod charge that goes like almost fucking 3/4 screen. So like if you're on the watchtower and they go up to throw one of those little things, the satellites, you could just jump in the air and dash them before they can throw it at you.
Yeah, you know what? That instant air move, it's kind of like the reptile dash of the game.
It is. And so is his Zod balls, the
Yeah.
reptile green balls. It's the same kind of deal, except he's got a little bit more depth with the trait. The trait adds a lot of depth, and the low laser full screen mix up that gets 50% on hit. If you get your trait out and you hit with the low laser full screen, you get a 50% combo. And you get like over a 33% unbreakable. So that's really cool. But yeah, I'm just excited. I'm excited where the game's going. But speaking of where the game's going, what do you guys think about the future events coming up with Summer Jam and the Fall Classic?
Well, Summer Jam to me is interesting because, like, I want to see this Fox guy. Like, no one will shut up about how he's automatically known as the best Flash. He invented the character or whatever. All this hype. Didn't this guy go to East Coast Throwdown and get his back blown out?
He did actually.
So
But
is
wait,
he
to be
good
fair,
now?
he did come up with a lot of stuff with that character. Like he's been going in hard with that character since day one.
So
I
he's
agree.
got to deliver. He's got to deliver.
I agree. Well,
I think he's a pretty good Flash player. I mean, who knows? He could place top at Summer Jam. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'll say this about Zyfox. If you remove Zyfox out of this community, we probably know 70% less about Flash than what we know now.
Yeah, because he literally puts everything out on the open. He would wake up, maybe find a little trinket in training mode, and he'll make a video up and post and make a thread about it. Like half of the stuff I know about Flash is not even from playing Flash Players. It's about just reading a lot of his threads and videos.
Yep. I think he's extremely talented player, difficult to play, or difficult to beat. He's really good. He talks a big game, but that's who he is. He goes in confident. He goes in like I go in. He goes in how you go in, Bit. He goes in knowing he's going to do well and to win. You
What
know?
are you talking about? I go in emo.
Yeah, as soon as I said it, I was like, wait.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I go into every tournament on the flight going, I'm going to get body.
No, we're
trash."
talking about your MK9 self, not Injustice.
No, that
'Cause
is,
now-
dude. That is my MK9 self.
I don't know.
Really?
I
don't
know,
remember that. I
yeah.
remember you going to tournaments going like, I'm going to destroy everyone or whatever.
Yeah, right. Then you don't.
Dude, that was so you. I remember you going like, yeah, we're going to body crazy Dominican. We're going to show
Oh, yeah,
Rio
and then
and
we
Junior
got.
or whatever.
No, you're right. That was the one tournament we got our backs blown out. And ever since then, I remember on the flight to Anaheim being like, "Oh my god, I just hope I get top 32."
Dude, shut up. Top
I'm
32, yeah, right.
I'm serious. No, in Injustice, I'm definitely constantly emo. So, what do you guys think about? Like, who else are you looking forward to? Oh, Chaotix Killer Frost. Like,
I'm excited about his. He's
Yeah.
really good. Chaotix Killer Frost is really, really good.
there's a good chance that he'll dethrone PR Balrog if he can avoid Black Adam, and he plays his game. He should be really, really good. Who else is kind of?
Who are some? All right, I'm telling you right now, and I know people are going to think I'm just pumping up my boys, but Harold, AK Harold, is no joke with Flash, and people are going to find out really quick at the Fall Classic that it's just not some random Asian guy.
Random Asian guy.
Yeah, who is named Harold. I know that. Yeah, 16-bit. Talk about that with your stock market report.
Yeah, this guy. First off, he needs a handle. I don't what. No one's gonna be intimidated in pool. Oh, my opponent's AK Harold. Secondly, why is he an Asian guy named Harold? Harold sounds like a middle-aged white guy, balding.
Dude, it does actually. I was just about to say something about that.
I don't know. You ever seen Harold and Kumar?
I guess that's true.
I mean, both those guys are Asian. I mean, would you rather?
Wait, what? Isn't one of them Indian?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Kumar's Indian, dude.
What if
Yeah.
what if Harold changed?
And
his
Harold's
name?
he's like, oh, he's a white dude, exactly as he described what the name looked like.
Okay, but what if Harold changed his name to Kumar?
I mean,
I mean,
He
it'd still
needs-
be the same thing. Why's his name Kumar?
Yeah.
He's an Asian dude.
but
But I mean,
it
does it matter?
Flash related.
What do you want him
What,
to change his name to? Give me some examples of what Harold should
At
change his
least
name.
nothing generic like Super Speed Force or something like that. Just,
No, just something Flash related.
Why not just keep it Harold? No one else is named Harold.
I don't like it.
But okay, but it's not your name. It's his name.
I'm just saying.
I'm sure he's
what
not gonna wake up in the morning and be like, "Damn, 16-bit doesn't like my name. I gotta think of something new."
What if you were entering tournaments as just BSM Giuseppe? That'd be stupid.
I'm.
Well, why does Chris?
Yes,
G
you're
get to
right, it
use-
would be
Why does
stupid.
Chris Jesus get to use his name?
Yeah, why does
Capcom
Chris?
players get to do that? Capcom players, man.
What if you enter the game as Steve B?
That's stupid.
Dude, just see, it's like, who's in your pool? Some dude named Steve B. Oh,
Steve B. Steve B. You need
Brant
to do that.
M. Like, just
Yeah.
random names.
Brant M. And I'll just enter my initials BM. It's like,
Well,
I'm gonna put
Brantley is obviously the worst possible name for a tournament player.
Brantley. I should sound a bit
Brantley.
Brantley.
Sounds like you're someone's butler.
Brantley.
Well, my initials spell Bam, so Bam's kind of cool. But if
That
you
is
take
kind of cool.
yeah, but it's bad though. If you take away my middle initial, it's BM, which stands for shit. That's terrible. I don't want to sign up as shit. I got to play a BM, a bowel movement.
What about MK at these tournaments? Because that's making me emo. I want to go to the Fall Classic, but I don't want to go if MK is going to be a side game that's not streamed and has 15 entrants.
I don't know, but I don't know, man. Ever since I found Martian Manhunter, I've just been thinking about nothing but Injustice.
But I mean, MK is still fun.
That's true.
I would
I feel like
like
Injustice is now fun to me.
I mean, I agree, but why can't we play both?
we can.
I mean, but you gotta think, it's the same reason why people didn't play MK9 and what was the last game that came out? And MK vs DC.
Ugh.
Because they just wanted to play the newest game out.
But they're so different. I don't get it. It makes me emo.
Yeah, but they're both, Injustice and MK9 are both different too.
But why do we have to let MK...
Okay, why can't we also all play Ultimate MK3, MK2, and all the other MK games? Like, why do we have
Those
to...
games are 20 years old.
Who cares? Why don't we just keep every MK game alive? Why do we just have to keep one alive?
Well, I'm fine with that, but I'm saying why can't MK9 continue to be a main event game?
It can. I have no problem with it. I'm just saying, like, right now, I'm mainly focused on Injustice, and, like, I don't really pop in MK9 anymore. Just play it.
I understand that, but you're still able to play. I mean, you could
Yeah,
practice...
true. I would still go and probably enter every other MK tournament there. I mean, game there, but I don't know. I feel like now I just want to really play Injustice.
Which one do you guys think will be bigger, Summer Jam or Fall Classic?
Fall Classic is unquestionably going to be bigger. If not, that's a huge failure. Because it's supposed to be East Coast rival for EVO. So if Summer Jam's bigger, then that's a massive, massive blow up.
Yeah, and plus we all have more prep time for Fall Classic, so.
Right.
Oh, that's true. I'm legitimately curious. Yeah, I won't know if I can go until the week of because of work. Otherwise, I would tell you guys I'd be committed right now. But I really want to go. I want to support, Sweet Johnny Cage, Big E, and Larry Shimbaka. Other players that I think are going to do well, and I'm dead serious. I think Reno Rax's Batman has aged me more than any player in Atlanta. I think playing his Batgirl is the most frustrating thing ever. Like a really good Batgirl that just does nothing but cheap shit. It's kind of like Frost. It's like better than Frost.
Yeah, I remember playing his Batgirl at EVO. He was doing some very annoying. Like, he just had this annoying. Dude, he had this strategy on that stage with the little car. You press the button or whatever. It was so cheap.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh,
He would wait for
Oh,
the
it's
car to
just-
explode and then teleport in.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was nasty.
Can I tell you guys a secret? And Rio, you might like this a lot. The car. All right, I'm going to give away a secret. I found out something. We were doing a first to 5 challenge match for the power rankings for Atlanta top 10 players, and he beat me. He beat my Sinestro 5-4, so I got knocked off the number 1 ladder. But if you get knocked off, you can re-challenge. So I started off with Sinestro again, and he was up on me 4-2. I picked Zod. Not only does he punish the teleport hard, but the cartwheel. The cartwheel, help me. Doesn't it have a mid and a high and a low option?
Yes.
Yeah, it has overhead,
it's
low, and high.
Yes.
Okay.
High, low overhead.
Zod ducks all 3.
You serious?
Yeah. And I came back
Really?
and won 3 straight on the Roomba stage. You can go back and watch that video, and you actually hear someone in the crowd going, "Oh my God, Zod's ducking that."
Like, they were appalled. Like, ugh.
Yeah,
That's
actually,
weird, though. I don't think... Can any other character do that?
Actually, I'm about to test it right now in practice mode, but
Because I know the high is duckable by everyone.
Yeah.
well,
But the overhead being duckable is weird.
Well, the cartwheel leg that sticks out, yeah, that's duckable by everybody. But the other options, he kept trying, and he was like frustrated. It's like, why isn't it connecting? And it was whiffing, and I was punishing it. I was punishing it for shit because at the time I didn't know what a down 2 combo was with him, but now I've got it. But I was doing down 2 Zod charge, down 2 Zod charge, but now it's a better. Here, I'm going to go in practice mode right now. I think all three of us are in practice mode while on this podcast. It's kind of cool. But All right, let me see. I'm going to test this out while I'm doing this. But I think Reno will do really well with Batgirl. I think, I don't know, man. I think Atlanta's strong. I think there's only 2 Wonder Woman players, apparently, in the United States. So I think Elite Goomba being one of them, he'll do really well. You know, he's very dedicated to that character. One thing I hope to see at the Fall Classic is character diversity. I think the quickest thing that can kill a game is if you see the top 2, top 3 characters the same in a game for 6 months. I hope to see a lot of character diversity in top 8. Okay, I'm going to do this cartwheels thing.
You want to know what other 2 people I think are that may surprise people at Summer Jam? Yeah, he's one of them. I think he's gonna make a return with his Cyborg because I know he's been playing him along with Zod.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like Sonic Fox is gonna make a return.
Oh, I was gonna ask about him. Is he playing Killer Frost now?
No, he's actually playing Batgirl and Harley Quinn, and his Batgirl's pretty good.
Oh.
And also, aside from those 2, I think Revolver is gonna shake some heads because his Lex has been getting really good. And if I remember correctly, I heard his Lex almost put KDZ and Losers at Evo.
He almost put KDZ and Losers at next level and Evo.
With Lex.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't sleep on Lex if you're gonna be going to Summer Jam and Revolver's in your pool because he's getting really good with that character.
I hope he does really well. All right.
Yeah, I agree with you, Pig. I really want to see. I'm tired of Black Adam and Superman, and there's some really cool design characters in this game. Like I really want to see Lex.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to see like Shazam. Hawk Girl is really cool.
Harley.
Trey will do well if he keeps his composure with Hawk Girl. Okay, so all right. Yeah, dude. Taking into practice mode, all of them whiff.
I saw that. You're right.
Yeah. Paulo, please don't ever change that.
Yeah, that's really fair.
No, let me tell you what's fair. When you get that bitch gets you in the corner, and she just starts doing all that random, like, in the corner, she has 51% combos, like 1 meter. It's just never ending, and she keeps you in the corner, and you can't get out of corner with the hitbox in this cartwheel.
Oh yeah, that cartwheel it stuffs everything in the air. You don't want to jump on that because it'll just put you in the corner, and then she'll combo off of that too because of how high it hits you.
Yeah, Zod can duck all 3 of her options on cartwheel and punish them, except the low option, unless the low option's hella negative, which I don't know.
It is.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna look this up right now.
Yeah, the low should be full. If you block either the overhead or low, they should both be combo punishable.
It's -14, -9, and it's -19 because it whiffs. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, there you have it, people. Here, I'm going to test some other characters versus this, like while I'm here. Anyway, maybe we can get some secret insight on the podcast. But what are some other things we could talk about?
Do you know if any of the West Coast guys are going to go to Summer Jam or Fall Classic? I was talking to Juan Cowboy today, and he said he's going to Fall Classic.
Yeah, Cowboy seems very serious about it. I think he's definitely coming.
It's a shame he's a Black Adam player now. I mean, nothing against Black Adam, but he had a really good Sinestro. I liked watching his Sinestro.
Yeah, me too.
What about
Brothers I know they're trying the East Coast tournament because they're sponsored by what's his name, Kane Chump.
And what about Tyrant?
What do you guys think about?
To go as well. He
Yeah,
tries to make to one of them.
Yeah, what do you guys
his
think about
Grundy is one of my favorite characters to watch.
back
then when I used to have my laptop that I could watch, dude, I used to just.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think about the Wednesday night fights thing? No longer showcasing Injustice after Evo. You have to wait until 5 a.m. on East Coast to see Injustice on Wednesday night fights.
Yeah, doesn't it have some of the strongest numbers? What's up with that? And they have some of their best players. Like, they had like 3 guys out of the Evo top 8, and they're not streaming that shit until like the top 3.
It's really annoying. I mean, it's really cool that I get to see Theo, Chef, and Tyrant every week because it seems like those are the dominant 3 over there. I mean, let's be serious. It really looks like right now that it's shaping out to be Tyrant number 1, Theo number 2, and Chef post Evo. It seems like those 3 guys are taking the game the most serious, despite any complaints or gripes that Chef had with the game. Chef is really good at the game,
Yeah.
I think Chef is really starting to realize he's really, really talented, really good at the game, and he's always
Yeah,
finding himself in
he's
grand finals.
beating a bunch of good people since Evo.
Yeah, he's rocking the Zod army with me. I mean, he was the first one to use him in the local tournament. It was really cool to see. Um, I think a lot of scenes are strong. Now, what scene would you guys say that we have heard absolutely nothing of that we used to hear a lot about in MK?
Houston, Dallas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you guys? What do you guys think? Do you guys think
What
we
happened to them at Evo?
Cats joke. I don't know. I mean, I played one of them. I played against
You played Showtime in
yeah,
pools.
Showtime's Grundy with Batman, which we all know is a horrible matchup.
Terrible. Yeah, I feel like we don't. I mean, I've definitely heard more from the Florida guys. I have the utmost respect for Big D's Bane. I think Big D's Bane is ridiculously good. I think Bane is a very underrated character in the game. Oh, by the way, did you guys see Gurr beat CD Jr. and all those top players at NLBC with Bane?
But on Twitter, I just saw randomly Junior was talking about Bane, and I was like, what?
What was he
Bane?
saying? What
Did
was
he
he
lose
saying
to a
about Bane?
Bane?
Yeah, CD Jr.
He
lost.
said something about he didn't know about armor breaking or whatever, so I'm assuming he lost, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it was. I think it was 2-0 or 2-1, but Junior was not happy. It was Flash versus Bane, but Junior didn't know that you could shake. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but if Bane charges at you at level 1, level 2, and I think level 3, you can just do your evade move, and it stops the Bane charge directly in front of you, and you can punish it.
Catwoman can do that too with her evade.
Dude, that's so fucking cheap.
Here another scene is where's Canada? What happened to Canada?
Yeah, what did happen to them? I don't even know if Zaf plays the game still. I think Jur still plays. I don't know what. I haven't spoken to Winter Wars in like 20 years.
Right, it's like after Jeremiah won Toryukin, like they just disappeared off the face of the earth, never to be seen again.
I think X Smoke X still plays.
All
I mean,
right.
I'm sure they all still play there. I mean, they probably
They're not
just-
going to tournaments though.
Yeah, they're probably not that vocal about it.
I'm sure Death is still playing. I'm just kidding.
Remember when
Yeah,
Death
what happened to
Superman was
Death?
bad? First it was Sony was bad, now it's Superman is bad.
That's awesome. All right. All right, I'm going to ask you a bit, but you would probably have a better answer for this. Do you think it'd be okay if me and Rio and you had a little fun right now talking about the February Injustice tier list that me, Rio, and Chris G came up with before we left from testing the game in
I
February?
think you should talk about it.
Oh, dude, do you still have that photo?
I just opened it up. I just got the idea randomly. It popped in my head because that guy made a thread like asking about like the testing process or whatever. And I'll even post this picture and you
Wait,
guys
can we talk about this?
Yeah, can we?
I think so. Okay, the following segment was redacted, it was confidential, and had to be cut. Continue.
So let's talk about Glass Sword.
Let's talk about Glass Sword.
That's a great way to recover.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
I remember, what was it? Yeah, it was a CEO when I first met him. He was randomly like, Rhea, I thought you'd be an asshole. And I was like, what? Why would I be an asshole? I mean, is it because I play Cabal? Like, what was that about? He was like, I don't know, you just look like someone who's an asshole or someone who bullies people. I'm like, what? Where did he get that from?
You look like someone that would be an asshole. That's funny.
Pig, I understand that Glass Sword had a milestone, a career achievement the other day. Tell us about that.
People don't understand people don't understand how big this was. This I don't want to call him a kid. This guy, this young man, this young adolescent has lost at Candyland, Hungry Hippos, Battlefield, probably Battlefield Earth, in Mortal Kombat, Injustice, Sorry, Guess Who, Scrabble, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, every single game, any competitive thing known to man, they could flip a coin and Trey would beat him 3-1 in guessing heads or tails. Glass Sword has never beat Trey Pound in anything ever in his life for 3 years, and it has gotten to a boiling point to where for the past 4 months, at casuals and level up sessions, he has gotten up, thrown controllers, screamed to the mountains, and just raged on all of us about why can't he beat Trey. It gets uncomfortable at times, yes, but we love Glass Sword. He's awesome. He's one of our favorite community additions that we met like 2-3 years ago. And I think most people I talk to, I think everyone loves to have him around because he's just interesting. He's awesome. He adds so
Yes.
much to the conversation. He adds so much to the environment. I think people kind of look forward to Glass Sword being at events.
Yes, it's awesome. He is one of the god. He was one of the 5 gods of hotel shenanigans.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait, wait.
he's hilarious.
So this past Thursday or yesterday, last night, I was unable to attend Battle and Brew because my wife's birthday, and I got home right in time to watch the stream, and it was Trey Pound versus Glass Sword. I'm like, oh God, please let this happen. And I just told my wife, I was like, you got to give me 5 minutes. I've got to see this. And I explained it to her why I had to see it. I was like, you don't understand. This would mean so much to this guy. And anyway, he bodied Trey the first game. It was Raven versus Hawkgirl, and I was like, oh my God, he looks like he's actually going to do it. And then he was on the second game, and they were on Atlantis level, and he basically was up with 125% health, and Trey had 20% health, and Trey came back, and Glass Sword choked, and the score was then tied 1-1. And at this point, my hand's in my face, and I'm just cringing. I'm just like, he had it, he choked again. He's never going to beat Trey. And damn it, that next game, he won by a sliver of his teeth and beat Trey for the first time in his life. And he stood up, took his fedora off, and looked at Trey and said, Trey, welcome to losers.
That's awesome.
And he said it so loud that everyone on the stream heard it. In the stream chat, I just remember my phone. I was downstairs in the living room looking at my phone. I just remember the stream chat just going, it just blew up. And I was like, oh my God, I could hear it on my phone what he said. And like, you know, when you listen to streams and it gets so hype that the sound just becomes mute because
Yeah.
it can't it was like that for 5 to 6 seconds. I mean,
Wow.
people were going ape shit about it. It was awesome. And I was screaming up and down. I was like, you know, honey, Glass Sword beat Austin. She's like, I don't give a shit. And I'm just like, scream. And then she, you know, said something about we're all dorks or something. It was funny. But I was just like, oh my God, I want to go there right now and just kind of pick up that guy and buy him a drink. I'm so happy. Anyway, it was a time of his life. He ended up getting 4th out of 24 people. And he almost beat Reno Rex to get 3rd place, which is, I mean, Reno Rex beat me 5-4. And then I beat him 5-4 with Zod. But Reno Rex is not a joke. He actually did choke against Reno. But I mean, that's awesome. Congratulations to Glass Sword for his monumental achievement. And this 2013 has been the year of success for Glass Sword, whether he thinks so or not, because he's beaten 3 of his masters this year. Mo 30 Watt from GGA, Ermac made Glass Sword actually cry at UFGT 2012. He was so upset. So for him to go to UFGT this year and body Mo in the same matchup, that's win number 1. Win number 2, Tyler Lantern. He's never beaten a reptile in 3 years, and he finally beat him this year at a tournament. And then at another Battle and Brew tournament, he beats his number 1 master, Trey Pound. So I'm really proud of that guy. He's really good. He's stepping up in the world. Do you remember when Ed Boon tweeted about Glass Sword?
What? No,
Did he?
really?
Do you remember that, Rio?
No, when did that happen?
It was the second B&B tournament that we had in Atlanta, and I was commentating because I got there late and I couldn't participate. And like,
Oh wait, was that the one where you were talking to Paulo in the chat about
Yeah.
Sinestro?
oh no, this was no, that was a local.
Oh,
But
okay.
this was where Paulo and Hector tweeted a stream. I guess like Ed was in the office, so Ed would like, I want to check out this tournament. And Ed started like anything that I would say funny on the commentary, he would tweet it right back and say, I can't believe Peg just called the statue Abraham Lincoln. You know, stuff like that, like joking back and forth with me. It was really cool. And he fell in love with the Black Sword. Oh, you're Mike. He fell in love with dude's feedback really bad. Rio.
Is this better? Trying to fix it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
About
No,
now?
Bad.
God, I have to get a new mic. This is really bad and annoying.
Sorry. But anyway, Edwin fell in love with the story and just kept tweeting about Glass Sword. It was really cool. And Glass Sword is really happy about it. Hey, 60-minute, name your top 5 hotel shenanigan people you'd like to have.
Well, God, that mic is unbearable.
How do I fix this? I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm just like unplugging it and plugging it back in.
How? Why does it do it sometimes?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not doing anything.
Is it
Is this
fixed?
better now? I mean, I straightened the
Yeah, I think
wire.
it's fixed now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
much
guess
better.
it was the wire then.
I think the five gods of hotel shenanigans has got to be me, two of you, Brady, and who would you say is the last?
What about Gamer Blake?
Gamer Blake's up there, man.
He is up there, but I would like him in smaller doses. Like these are the guys where you run your
Smaller
weekend-
doses.
you have a
He's
weekend.
drug.
Too many hamburgers to handle that night. Dude, that was so awesome.
That was
though.
so awesome. Yeah.
I'll never forget.
Who else is good? I mean, I think me, Rio, Tom, and Pig is like we're like the four horsemen of hotel shenanigans. Like I could spend a whole week, the four of us,
Yeah, me too.
yelling about matchups and shit like that.
Yeah, it's awesome, especially
Yeah.
a Scorpion and Kenshi matchup.
Yeah, that was awesome. By the way, you guys are morons. Even you know that's garbage.
I know, it's awesome though. You guys were getting so pissed off.
Yeah.
And then it made Glass Sword rage at me.
Yeah, that was awesome.
You told me to go fuck myself or something. That's great.
Why can't I ever weigh in? Fuck you, Fran.
It's so good.
Remember when he started talking about, well, in 2011, and everyone, what the fuck are you talking about?
But the six people said that to him, but he picks me.
Yeah.
He picks the last. Maybe I'm the one that's being bullied. No one ever thinks about
I
night
mean,
zones.
Yo, what's going on?
Isn't he like 30 and you always call him kid?
I don't know how Glass Sword. I don't know how old he is, but I think I've said this
I thought it was
before.
20 something.
Yeah, I really don't know how old he
30.
is.
What the hell?
But
The random number you just threw out?
I mean, he's not that young. That's my point.
What do you mean? He's like 20 or 21.
That's not that young.
Okay.
But
But
do-
30? That was like you're 10 years off.
do you,
Oh,
do you know,
M2 Dave is pretty good.
do you know that me and Austin are both Eagle Scouts?
So is Tommy.
Dude, we all got to get together and talk about nothing. I'm kidding. I don't want to talk about
Tommy has told us all about being an Eagle Scout.
I'm really upset that Tommy did not invite me to his ceremony.
Well, did you ever go to that? What's the name of the famous camp? He was just there. He said it's like super famous.
Camp Shands?
I don't know. Like it's some
Florida?
kind of. It's in New Mexico.
Oh, fuck that. I'm not going to New Mexico. No. My camp, we only went to like North Carolina, Florida, and like Alabama, and like some like North Georgian, or some Tennessee's too.
Is
Like
it
those-
true that when you take a dump in the woods, you have to bury it?
I mean, it's actually proper etiquette.
That is.
It's proper etiquette, yeah.
Why?
Those were uncomfortable moments. Like no one, I don't care how old you are or what kind of man you are. No one likes taking dumps in the woods. Like it's not comfortable. Like there could be so many things on the ground that could bite you in the ass, literally.
Like a snake.
Like a snake, a spider.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't want a spider in my ass. That's
You
awful.
have to, like dig your hands in the dirt and cover it up.
No,
No,
I think you use a shovel.
yeah, you actually like
You
take
just
a
carry a shovel around with you.
like when you go and use the bathroom, you take a shovel and toilet paper, and actually it's bad etiquette if you don't, because like if you just go take toilet paper, people will give you that evil eye and they'll ask you questions later and they'll treat you like shit.
I just added them.
All right, here we go.
I want to talk about low gunshots. I think if that's what he talks about, immediately end the call.
Yeah,
Just end the podcast.
Yeah, seriously, if he yeah, seriously, just instantly kick him off. All right, I got my mouse on the clicker. Oh, he didn't join.
He didn't join.
This whole time we've been in this call, I've been practicing the setups constantly. My timing.
He just sent a thing saying, "Let me restart, fools." Do you think he calls his students fools?
Probably. Can't you get in trouble for that? It's kind of like an insult. Like, how would you feel if a teacher went around and go like, "No, that's not the right answer, stupid."
I actually did get blown up by a math teacher once. Like she insulted me in front of the class. It was really bad.
What did she say?
She said I was like stupid or whatever. Also, once a shop teacher punched me in the arm.
What?
Yeah.
What
He
kind
got
of
really
school
mad.
do you go to?
because I dumped a cassette tape player into a sink full of water.
Why would you do that?
I don't know, because I was a little asshole as a kid.
So
I
you
thought it
walked
would be
over to a
fun.
sink with a box full of cassettes. You're like, water me cassettes. You just dumped them,
It was like a cassette player, like a cassette deck tape.
and then teacher came
And
up and punched you.
yeah, he was like, "God damn it, Brown back!" And he punched me in the arm. He lost it.
Wow.
You know he could get a lot of trouble for that. Did
He
he?
did.
What
Well,
did you do? Like, did you cry?
no, I didn't really care. I was like, "That's awesome."
So you get
So-
punched, you're like, that's awesome.
So we had to go to like the principal's office and shit, and I had to be like, I was like, I deserved it. It's fair enough. Like I didn't get him in trouble. I was like,
Wow, you're a reasonable kid.
yeah, I was like, I was like, if I don't get in trouble for putting the cassette tape thing into the water, he doesn't need to get in trouble. So basically, we both got away with our crimes.
No one can help you.
Dude, by the way, that's the best meter burn attack in the game. It is awesome.
I love it. It just looks so badass.
I used to choose Zod sometimes, go into training mode, have my opponent be Killer Frost, and just do that. And I like the way that she screams when she's in that.
Yeah, yeah. I told Steve before this call, I said I actually injured my shoulder the other day. Just like I was in a hype online match and I won with that move, and I just did like a really fast punch and like pulled my shoulder.
Wow.
It was so dorky. And like oh yeah, it was Wednesday night. It was bad. I was so happy I beat the shit out of this guy, and yeah, it felt good. It was worth it.
Alright, so apparently Dave does not know how to run Skype or use it, and it's been over 20 minutes.
All right, Dave literally gets one more minute, and I'm gonna drop him.
What if what he wants to get off his chest is, I want to admit I was wrong about Deathstroke.
I know, right? What if it was like a huge apologizing?
Yeah.
Don't hurry. What's he doing?
I want to wait because I want to hear if that's what it is.
Okay, I'm sending in one more text saying Pig is giving you 1 more minute.
No, fools, it's about Deathstroke.
He's arguing with Master D right now. There's like hella toilet flushing in the background.
Every time they argue, they flush toilets.
Do they live together? Like, what's their deal?
You know, apparently, I think, don't go by what I say, but I think Master D lives like a block away from his house.
Like, why are they at tournaments? Why are they attached at the hip?
I don't know. Why are they always together?
I don't know. It's bizarre. They have to be among the top 5, like, duos in the scene.
Well, it's
Yeah.
because they're European. I mean, European families are usually very close to each other.
Is that true?
Yeah. Well, not all Europeans, but I know some, like, Croatian is.
Pig, what you follow everybody? What do you think are like the top romances? Like the
Top
dudes who are constantly together at tournaments.
Jur and Zaf.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
And Jur's always wearing
Junior
those,
and Dominion?
yeah.
Yeah,
What's with Jur wearing those shirts that make it look like he's wearing a dress?
What?
Have you noticed?
What dress shirts?
He's wearing these tank tops and it looks like a woman's dress.
Well, I don't remember.
All right, I've got one. I've got a new one. It's a new one.
Okay.
This is a newly formed couple I've noticed. Not couple, like
No, couple.
We'll
Let's
call
be
it couple.
serious.
We'll call it couple. Okay. Rio and Super Bowl.
I mean, that's old. They've always been like that.
I know, but
Oh, and Super Bowl saved my life at Evo. Like, my controller was breaking at Evo, so he's like, use this. And I was like, oh shit, thank God. Because you know what happened?
what?
The day after that, like, later on in hotel pools, hotel pools. Hotel casuals,
Yeah.
I went to go play, and my controller literally broke. So that could have been me in top 8 Evo playing. My controller would have broke, and then I would have lost.
Wow.
What about Tom and Rico, or MIT and DJT?
I mean, is it really a bromance when they're literally bros?
Who's Tom's bro?
It has to be Rio.
It has to be Rio. Yeah, Rio's
Yeah.
got a lot of bros.
When I'm
Yeah.
not there, Rico.
What about PL? What about PL's bro?
Carl's a lone man. I don't think Carl has a bromance.
PL and Chris G. Psych. Imagine they're just always together somewhere.
16-bit. Who's mine?
Well, you have Lord of the Fly, but he's never actually at tournaments.
Lord of the Fly would definitely be mine.
So
But-
now it's Glass Sword. Glass Sword is absolutely attached to the hip to you.
16-bit and Waffles are always everywhere together.
Dude, I like it. I like the Glass Sword as my new comrade. But I really wish Lord of the Fly could attend tournaments, man. I really wish. Damn, it's like you're dizzy.
Yeah.
This is awful, dude.
This whole segment.
Finally, I hear something. I hear some kind of noise. I hear
Cool.
like
Can
a-
you guys hear me?
I told you guys that's the punchline. Yeah, we can hear you.
Dude, what the hell is going on, man, with my mic?
What are you gonna tell us is so important?
Dude, I gotta call out the Deathstroke forum, man.
Oh,
Oh my
Dude.
god.
God.
Out of all the things, no, wait, Dave. Before we get into any of that, what is this I hear about you going around saying I'm the one that said Zod is this mediocre character that's not that good?
Hold on, I never said that. When did I
No,
say?
hold on.
Dave, get out.
Dave,
Dude, when did I say Rio was? When did I say Rio said
Dave,
that? I was-
Dave, hold on. I've still got the copy from 2 days ago. What were you talking about? You're talking about, Rio beat me a couple of times only, but that's just because he's Rio using Zod.
No, I
Couple
said,
times, dude. I demolished you with Zod.
dude, are you kidding me?
I beat
have
you so
no-
bad you went
no.
back to Zod the day after. What are you talking about?
Are
I'm
you
back
kidding
on
me?
Zod.
Dude, I would destroy you with Deathstroke. That matchup is bad, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
Deathstroke, you didn't even use him.
Exactly, because I would have beaten your ass with him.
So wait, you're saying you would have beat me, but it never happened. You were playing Martian Manhunter. and
Dude,
then
yesterday when we played, I tried to use Zod. I admit it was bad, man. I sucked with him. I couldn't beat
Exactly.
you at
Okay,
all.
so
The
where
moment I
was
started
this-
using Deathstroke, I was doing well.
What are you talking about? We were in a
Dude,
King of the Hill
if
with
you-
Tom. You had like 2 wins. We
Rio,
had like
shut
10
up, man. I said, listen up. The only character I know how to use, I'm like 16-bit. I'm a specialist. I can only use one character at a time.
Wait, what?
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 He just put you in the same boat.
No, I'm just saying. Okay,
But wait, why would you go around saying that I was the one saying Zod was this character that's not that good? That's what you've been saying. You made threads
no, I
about
never
that.
said. I never said Rio.
Hold on, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying like 16-bit. Okay, like you use Katana and you use nobody else, right?
Yeah? Dude, hold on, stop. My Molina's. Pig has endorsed My Molina.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's decent.
Dude, it's like saying my
I
Kane.
think I would throw up if I saw a 16-bit dash up a dude down for with Molina. It wouldn't look right. It looks so wrong.
Okay, but yes, I'm a character specialist. You just said I wasn't. What the fuck are you
No,
talking
I
about?
said you were. I'm saying I'm like you.
Oh,
'cause
I thought you said unlike me.
No. I'm like you in terms of I only try to concentrate on one character at a time. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
What does this have to do with me saying Zod is a
yeah,
mediocre
but what
character?
the
I never
fuck,
said
what the
ever.
fuck does this
No,
have
I
to
never
do-
said that's a lie. I never said Rio. I
That-
only
that's-
speak. I
that's
only
not what I
speak for
heard.
myself. Or did you
That's
guys already talk about? Wait, are we live?
Yeah, we're
That's
live
not
right
right.
now. Yeah,
Hold-
yeah.
hold on, it's not live. Nothing's live.
Okay, are we streaming? Whatever.
It's
Yeah,
being
yeah,
No,
recorded,
we're not
Dave.
streaming either. It's a
Live
recording.
streaming.
The internet, how does it work?
No, seriously. Did you guys already talk about Zod?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is
Okay.
so important that you had to get off your chest?
No, I'm telling you, Deathstroke and also the Hawker forum, they're so bad.
No
Oh
one
my
gives
god.
a shit about this.
Don't you give a shit if there's misinformation? This show, according
Yes,
to
like
Pig-
you going around saying Deathstroke's a low tier character.
No, I
Top
never.
10?
I was wrong about that. I said when the first those nerfs first happened, I think I was a little bit out of line. I gotta admit.
A
But
bit?
Dave admitting he's wrong. This is a first.
Yeah,
Go
what's
on.
going
I like
on?
this. I like this. Go
Yeah,
on.
what's going on?
okay, I was wrong. I exaggerated a lot because I was just like frustrated. But I still don't think like you yesterday. Rio. You, Tom, and I talked, and you said he was top 5. You're an idiot.
I was saying that just to get under your skin.
Dude,
But I
he's
really
not
do
top
believe
5. He's
he's
not
a
even
top-
top 10, dude. He's
Yes,
like
he is. I believe he's top 10.
no, he's like Sector in this game. Can we all agree with that? He's
What?
like high mid.
He's
tier.
nothing like
Yes.
Sector. He's like way better than Sector.
No, dude.
He's got a
Dude.
better zoning than Sector, a better string.
Zoning, dude. Zoning in this game is garbage, dude. I'm telling you that right now. Aside
really?
from, yeah.
Because I just got sent to losers at VXG from Batman zoning. It certainly didn't seem like Batman
No.
zoning was garbage to me.
No, listen up. I gotta admit, in some
Yeah, didn't
matchups,
Superman just win evil by laser show, fireworks everywhere? What are you talking about?
well, dude, this is irrelevant. Let's face it. That's
How
probably
is
going
that
to change.
irrelevant? Carl got all the way to grand finals essentially with a zoning Batman. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, there are a couple of matches where you can zone. Okay, I
A
admit
couple
that.
of matches,
Yes,
Try
Just like-
Batman versus like 80% of the cast.
right?
I don't buy. Well, I know he can zone. For example, Superman. He can zone Cyborg.
Batman
He
can't
can't zone Superman because Superman zones him. It's still a zoning match. Dave, does it bother you that you're the quote zoning master and everyone's doing well with zoning except you?
Well, everybody else is using top tier characters except me,
Dude,
dude.
Your
Carl figured
Yeah.
out how to win with zoning. Carl.
But Carl is a
Yeah.
great. Carl, what's wrong with the Carl is a great player. I mean, why are you
Carl's
saying?
great at jumping around and mashing. He's
Carl
a rush
just
down
doesn't
player, and
zone.
he's out zoning you.
Yeah, Carl usually his game plan is never to zone. His game plan is to come in and overwhelm
I
you.
played Carl and he was not zoning me. I'll tell you that. What?
I'm just
Good.
saying. Carl just won a tournament primarily zoning.
Okay, he zoned the Flash. Okay, so okay, Batman zones the Flash better than Deathstroke does because all my projectiles get punished full combo. There are some matchups where what character like Batman zones better than Deathstroke, but that's what you get.
Okay, so one character full combo is your projectile. My bad. You may have to play that
No,
match a little differently.
More than that. More than
Okay, 2 or 3. Dave,
It's
it's
not-
not
Why
your
are we
character's
even
still
talking
good.
about this? Didn't we scrape a podcast because of this shit? And
Yeah,
now you're
seriously.
like, I have to get something off my chest.
Okay,
We're
let's
literally
talk-
sitting here
okay,
joking,
fine.
saying,
Fair point.
Dave,
Let's
you're
talk-
on the
let's
right
talk
track when
about
you're
Zod.
apologizing.
Let's
yeah,
talk about
already
Zod.
talked about him.
apology.
Told
We
you.
already talked about him. Pigwin and
Well,
Death
I just-
buddy.
Did you talk about his tier pick too?
Is what?
His tier placement.
Yeah,
No,
we all think he's a good
Who knows
character
what the
except for
fuck
you.
is going on? He hasn't even been in a tournament yet, besides a local. Why do we have to start
Pig-
talking about his tier position?
Okay, whatever. How good he is, the perception at the moment. Why is that bad? I don't understand. That's what the.
Okay, wait, Dave, can I ask you one question?
Go ahead.
Do you still think Zod is a character that is just average?
I'm not sure. I gotta see. I've been watching Pig's videos that he uploaded from the local tournament, and I'm seeing some stuff that I didn't know before. Drew, you act like I can't admit that I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I admit it. I have no.
I never
ego.
said that. I'm just saying, you usually don't. So I'm
My
surprised.
problem with Zod is, I think maybe I was playing him too zoning oriented. And
No.
No, what about Deathstroke? Maybe that too?
My
Yes.
problem with Zod is I think his zoning is very slow, and he's probably better played at mid range since he can kind of whiff punish with the Zod charge, maybe get knocked down, do down 1-2, get that untackable knockdown, activate trait, and rush down.
See, Dave, you're getting a little better at the game now.
Dude,
Piece by piece.
Dave, you can do trait / forward 2 overhead command grab, and it links as a 2-in-1.
Say that again.
We figured out today that you can do like if you get your trait out, you can dash in or do a jump in, and you can combo link trait / forward 2, which is a low, into the overhead command grab. It all links together.
Isn't there a glitch with that? I was watching your video.
It's
earlier.
it's not a glitch anymore. We figured out a way to do it anytime.
Okay. So let me ask you, man, how do you like your chances at a tournament? Because I know you're taking a break right now. In comparison to like what you did with Sinestro.
I like my chances far better with Zod.
Do you think so? You think he's a lot better character than Sinestro is?
Yes, he's safer. His setups are safer. Whether it sounds crazy or not, his zoning is actually a little safer. His traits better. His traits around a lot quicker, and because it recharges on its own, you can actually spend more time doing setups rather than sitting there like a dumbass, playing with your watch. He's all right. He's a far better character, a far harder character to play with, but I think he's one of those characters that I definitely feel if you put a lot of time into, he's going to be worth it. He's got everything I could want in a character. His trait is awesome. His trait is really, really good. It adds a lot to it. We're finding more and more bullshit with his trait that it's great.
No, and I honestly,
Go
I
into
hope
go into practice mode, man.
no, I'm not downing. I hope you do well with the character. Here I have my doubts, and here's why. It seems to me like this game rewards simple play. That's why like Superman it does well. Even Green
I agree.
Lantern, because it's like the pretty much is what you see. Is right there, and that's how it's gonna be. Like there's very little room for like depth. Seems like it seems like the more depth a character has, it seems like the worse he is because he can't do the simple gameplay. I mean, am I right or wrong? How do you see it?
I think you're right, but I've been beating really good Flash players, really good Aquaman players with him, really good Green Lanterns. If I can do that, I can shape up and beat Supermans and whatever else I need to beat. He's really good, man.
Okay, what do you think about that Aquaman match? Because I kind of played Tom and it was kind of bad. I always do better with Deathstroke.
If you,
Always.
well, all right, well, shoot. How did you play the matchup? Like in the matchup, you stay mid-screen only. If he does from the deep, you can punish with an 18% Zod charge. When you get your trade out, he can't anti-air you at all. In fact, with what we found today, you can now jump in for free with an anti-air jump in. I'm sorry. So you jump in on Aquaman. What you could do is trade slash jump into forward to command grab, and it all links together. So you just did a low overhead mix-up, and then once you start doing the low overhead mix-up, do some jump into trade slash throws. Do some. I mean, just don't go for big damage the whole time. I mean, I don't know, man.
I know, but you do understand that the overhead in the trade is not safe, right?
I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. Mix it up a little bit.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, if you get that block up close, it's pretty much like I notice a lot of people are not punishing it because they're not, they think, okay, it's the monster who's hitting me and it's not Zod, so I guess he's safe. They don't understand that, you can actually, since he kind of moves back his arm, gives him the command. That's actually part of the recovery. You understand?
When you get the trade out, he can't real. What can Aquaman do when you
No,
get
no,
your
no.
trade out?
Okay.
Hold on. When you get your trade out, he can't do from the deep because you can punish the from the deep full screen with a command grab, which leads to a 48% combo that he can't trade out of. You can't trade out of that combo. That's one good thing.
No, I understand it, but why would he do anything
Why
at all?
Why would I do anything?
No, but if he gets the trade, it's obviously that's Zod's time. There's nothing you can do because anything you can do, he can just punish you. So just wait until that wears off, and then you fight Zod. I mean, that's all. That's pretty much like what else is there to do?
Wait, but when I have my trade, I'm coming in, and I promise you, I'm getting damage.
Okay. So, but like obviously you have to activate a little bit closer. Though you don't want to activate it full screen.
It depends, man. It just really
I don't know,
depends.
maybe you just got to play Tom because I think in my opinion, he's the best Aquaman, and I just had a difficult time. Like I said, against Tom, I always do better with Deathstroke because
I promise you, when Tom gets back from Blackulous, I'll play him. I'll upload the videos, first to five. I'll tell Tom, first to five. I don't care if you beat me 5-0. I'll upload the video.
all right. I mean, I would love to see that. That would be, that would be awesome. I would love to see that match and how you play it.
Okay, sounds good. All right. On that note, let's wrap it up.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, it's been a cool show. Sorry for the little edits that we had to do in the middle of the show, but whatever. We had to wait for Dave for God knows when, but he finally came, and he definitely didn't deliver because he talked about low gunshots.
I can't believe that we joked that he'd get on, and he immediately goes, "I've got to talk about the Deathstroke and Hawker forums." Unbelievable, Dave. I'll give you props. You stick to your gimmick.
It's not my gimmick, man. I still can't get over the fact that they nerfed low shot so bad.
Oh, God.
But it's fine. We'll talk about that later. Whatever. Wrap it up, Pig. It's fine. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Dave, how's your sewer like leakage or whatever?
Your
It's
sewage
good.
leak.
Sewer?
Didn't
No,
Pete
what
have,
happened was
like a
what
leak?
happened was here in Cleveland, Ohio. There was like the sewer was leaking, and literally you had stuff coming, like literally, like
I got you.
gushing
Like
out of the toilet, man. Yes,
Hold
and
on.
it was
Shit was
so.
coming up out of the toilet.
I'm
Dude,
trying
it took
to
me
eat too. Come on.
a week to clean, man, and that's all you need to know.
Oh my God.
All we
sounds
need
terrible.
to know.
All right,
Yes.
man.
Dave, how often does Master D come over to your house?
Like when we practice for game, a lot. be used. Like that's how I get good. Obviously, that's how he gets good. Recently, he was, we've been playing a lot because of Martian Manhunter.
What do you think of Martian Manhunter?
I think he's pretty damn good.
Why don't you just play him?
He's, in my opinion, like a heavy setup character. In fact, I mean, Rio knows probably better than anybody else. He's a very like heavy setup character. To me, he seems like how Lex Luthor probably should have been. He can get in with the safe teleport. He can set up a bunch of nasty. He has a bunch of nasty setups with the EX orb. He's just very very solid. I think he's going to be top 10 for sure.
You think he's gonna be top 10?
Yes,
Okay.
because I think people may get better dealing with the overhead teleport as time goes on, but I think that's always going to be a good move because that difference is that move can cross up on wake up and eliminates a lot of wake up attacks. I think characters like Killer Frost, she can probably slide and get away, but I'm not sure. But there are some exceptions. For the most part, I think he's going to be very good.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on the show, Dave. We like you either way, whether it's low shots or no low shots.
All right.
Good luck with your flooding.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, we're out. Everyone, I hope everyone enjoyed the show, and see you guys later.